guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, it's going to be a little bit different than some of my other videos. I am going to teach you how I cut my husband's hair at home. Now, disclaimer, I am a licensed professional. My husband gets a pretty simple buzz cut. We do a 2-guard buzz with a slight taper over his ears and at his neck. I use 2 tools. The first one, my clippers. These are by Wahl. You can get them at Walmart or on Amazon. I will link them below. I use 3 different guards, a 2-guard, and these clippers are really awesome because they come with these really easy taper tools for your left ear and this one for your right ear. And then I use a trimmer. These are by Babyliss Pro. You can also get them on Amazon. So let's get started. Say hi to my husband, Zach.
Hey everyone.
All right, so he gets a 2-guard buzz cut. So I'm gonna start by putting on my guard. It slides on and make sure it clicks in place. We do not want that falling off. So these clippers have a slider right here. So if you move it all the way to the back here, you're going to get a longer cut. If you move it all the way to the front, you can see it moves up and down. You're gonna get a shorter cut. So I keep it to the front so you get a true 2-guard cut. So we are gonna start actually in the back. So I'm gonna spin my husband around here. And I'm gonna have him tilt his head just slightly forward so it gets a nice smooth plane right here. And we're gonna start just buzzing from the back. The key is to keep the clippers flat to the scalp. You don't wanna gouge them in or rock them back. You want to keep them flat to the scalp, which will create a nice even cut. And you can see along his hairline here, I turn my clippers to the side just slightly so I can get all of those hairs right there along his hairline. And I am going up right here, which is right at his occipital bone. I'm not going any further than that for now. Once I get that bottom section done there, I'm gonna go to this portion right here above his ear, following along the growth pattern of his hair. So you can see his hair kind of grows down this way, so my clippers are going straight up in line with the growth pattern of his hair. I'm gonna blend in his sideburns and his beard into his haircut as well. So we'll go right here about the middle part of his ear and go up, hold his ear down, and cut this side this way. He gets just a basic 2-guard buzz cut. So I'm gonna use this guard on his entire head. He does a slight little taper right here that goes a little bit shorter, but if you did want to fade it so it goes from shorter to longer, this is about the point right here where you would start your fade. Spinning around to do the other side, starting right here. So one way to give a little bit of a fade as well, if you wanted to fade that slightly right there, you could just push this to the back, give it a little bit of extra length, and then go in and fade that. The key with fading is to think about everything going straight up off of the head. You don't want to mess with the round of the head too much. Okay, so now that we have the sides done and the lower section of the back, we're gonna come back around to the back and we're gonna start working our way back up at the round of the head. So I'm gonna turn him back around so you can see what I'm working on. Again, have him tilt his head slightly forward. Make sure your clippers are where you want them. Now we're gonna do the same thing on the side, working this section right here. One way to make sure you get all of the hair cut and it's even is to cross check. So if you cut this way and straight up, then you can cross check by going back the opposite direction to make sure you got all of those hairs. It's really important to do that in the round of the head, like through this section here, because you have your swirl, so your hair kind of grows in a bunch of different directions. Okay, now that we have the bottom, the sides, and the round of the head done, we're gonna start working on the top section. So one way to easily give a little bit of a fade is if you completed all of this section here, then you could go towards a longer guard to leave some length up top. Zach is very fortunate, has a very nice balanced head, so we can do a 2 guard on the whole thing and it looks great. So we're gonna start right here in the front. Again, make sure your clippers are flat on the scalp. The last thing you wanna do is rock back too much, gouge their scalp with your clippers. It doesn't feel good, does it? And yeah, so we're gonna start just right here in the front. So then once you cut all of this hair going back, you're gonna make sure that you go back across in the opposite direction to cross-check to make sure that you get all of the hair. Okay, so now that we have everything cut with our 2 guard, we're gonna go in and we're just gonna do a slight taper over each one of his ears, and then we're gonna taper just slightly right here before his recession line. So you don't want this hair right here to be too long and sticking out. And then we're gonna do a slight taper down here on his neckline right through here. These particular clippers make tapering really simple. So with this taper, you can see that it's a little bit, the guard is a little bit shorter here and a little bit longer here. So you want the hair to be a little bit shorter by his ear and a little bit longer up top. So that's what makes this so simple, is you're just gonna snap this guard on and just go right here above his ear. So then with that same guard on there, we're now working on the left side. We're gonna go around and work on his hairline right here. Again, you want the longer side to be up top with the shorter side on the bottom. So now that we have all of our clipper work done, we are gonna go in and just edge up around his ears and his neckline. There's nothing that annoys me more, or that I can't stand more, is when I see guys walking around with a really hairy necklines. All right, so we're gonna switch to our Babyliss Pro trimmers. If you don't have these type of trimmers, you can use a beard trimmer, but this one's really nice because it's a T design, so it allows you to get into the ear really, really easily and trim that hair up. So what you wanna do is kind of follow along how it naturally already grows. So you can see his ear here has a nice slope that goes down. You don't want to go in and cut too far off. You don't want all that hair gone. You kind of want it to follow the way it naturally grows. So we're going to go in and just edge all of that out. All right, then we'll do the same thing on this side. So you can see the way his hair naturally grows here. We're just going to edge all of that hair off right here. All right, so once we have the hairline done, we're just gonna get the hair that is growing over top of those ears. And one easy way to do that is to ask your lovely guest to hold their ear down. That way you don't cut it. And then what I will do is take my comb and just kind of push the hair forward so you can see where some of that long hair is. And with him holding his ear out of the way, makes it real simple. Let go, please. Thank you. Now, the last thing you want to do is go up too high. Do not white wall him. Just cut the long hairs right there out of the way.
Yeah, you don't want your hairline like
yeah, you don't want your hairline like up here. We're not shaving all that off. Just those hairs that are hanging over the ear. So take your time. Okay, guys, that's it. This is your basic men's haircut buzz cut.
Great job.
Super simple. You guys can do it. I believe in you.
I think it's time for a glam cam. Can I get a spinning glam cam? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys learned a little bit about how to give an at-home professional men's buzz cut. If you liked this video, please click like below. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments, and I will be sure to link all of the tools that I used in the description. And if you want to see more videos, please click subscribe. See you next time. Bye.